quarterback, this has been essential to have a bye week this week. Give their backup all of the reps with the number one offense, something he typically doesn't do all season long. So they have really focused on more reps, more reads, so he can really hit the ground running here today early in this game. Guys, back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. And the Dogs kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go, the start of a new season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Seminoles offense will take the field first. Onto the field comes Braden Pegan. He made his way here after playing earlier at Utah State. We'll keep our eyes on him all game long. The quarterback's telling us that he is going to be a problem.
And this is what you're doing every year in the transfer portal. Go out and find playmakers that I instantly insert in my lineup, and I know who they are, what they are, and I know they win at the college level. That's why they went out and got this guy a receiver, a playmaker, extraordinaire, a highlight machine. He's going to make those big plays, Palmer. I imagine if I'm coaching this offense, I'm getting that guy the ball early in this football game.
Yeah, he's going to help the passing attack. I think he's also going to help the balance for this offense, too.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, a little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
So the Georgia Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Now we see Isaiah Canyon. He's looking to make a statement to those scouts watching him for the NFL draft, and along the way, maybe rack up some rewards here in his final season. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the all-season was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside, it's Croma. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need. Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Looks as if there is a Seminole still down on the field. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Croma. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Out wide right, it's Lopez. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Croma. Tackled almost. Immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Gets a hand in there.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming, I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Wolf. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And, man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the numbers through the 1st quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about...
Trying to beat the DT. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Seminoles send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Dropping back, it's Wolf. Working that left side now. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. It's a reverse. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
A lot of coaches will tell you they've got a play chart that they're going to get certain guys the ball in certain situations. Nice job getting a guy with speed around the edge on a reverse. He's got some space out wide. Nice job exploding, getting to the open field, and most importantly, getting the first down.
Using his legs, it's Bowens. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Snags it. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Dogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Moving out to the right. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run inside. It's Singleton. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be... Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Play action on first down. He lost one down the sideline. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, look out the line. Touchdown Seminoles. The defense putting points on the board.
And how about this defense making plays? Not only do you force the fumble, the awareness to scoop it up. Understand the difference between trying to jump on it but pick it up and make a play. They make a play. And this offense, they have not put together a lot of scoring drives, and now they give up points on the other end. They got to get it together.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Play action on first down. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's lead things off with the Utah State Aggies taking on the number 11 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They started this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Second and long here. Straight ahead, it's Temple. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Throws for the tight end. Right side, it's Thomas. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Finds his target. Breaks into the open. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. A 67-yard touchdown drive there, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Got his man. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. Maybe you want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick give. It's Bowen. Just smothered on the play. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to take it back. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That's the sophomore safety that the trainers are taking a look at. We'll let you know how he's doing as soon as we find out. Now on first down from the 43. They're going to ride this running back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The lone back's got it. Oh, he's got some space.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This
first down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Finding some room. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hits inside. It's Singleton. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Noles! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Moves the pocket. It's Wolf. Turns it loose deep. Upstairs, he's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Dogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to throw that thing. I know that.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Long way to go on second down. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Georgia going up tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs. We got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite it.
And he got it! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Seminoles sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Might as well give it to him again. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Timeout on the field, and that's the 2nd call by Georgia. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. Got him on the RPO. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. 2nd and long here. Looking to pass. It's Wolf. fires to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's third and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable fourth down if I don't complete this third one.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Got to make the play on fourth. Rush right in his face. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Florida State sideline. Things are starting to get pretty emotional. As you know, this head coach coaching for his home team, his first game as the head guy, and this will mean so much to him. His offense, though, just has to finish it off with a big lead in the fourth. Can they get the first home win ever for this coach who's given so much of his heart and soul to this program? Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They give it back to him. He's brought down, but enough to move the sticks one more time and to move this game into the win column. The quarterback's just going to take a knee.